Hello everyone, welcome to GED. Today we have some Campbell's Chili Mac, some bread, and we're talking about real life video game experiences. So hello once again guys, wow, this is Chili Mac from Campbell's, and from the looks of it, I think there's more chili than there is mac. There's a little bit of noodles in there, you can obviously see, but the majority of it is really chili. I mean, usually when I make chili mac, it's about 80 to 20 ratio, but this is pretty heavy on the chili, which is not too bad, I guess. And then here in the back, I just had some extra hamburger buns laying around, bread to soak up the chili. You know, it's a thing. No crackers, just bread. It'll have to do. So, real life video game experiences. Yes, I'm diving right into the discussion. Today, at work, I had a real life video game experience. I was just walking down the hallway in my office, and I realized that this was a very similar situation to a video game. I mean, have you ever had this experience? I'm walking down the tiles, and, well, the tiled floor, let me say, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm moving at X amount of speed, right? And then I look to my left, I look to my right, and there's janitors down the hallways doing their cleaning thing. I mean, you know, nothing out of the ordinary, but I think, wow, this is very similar to this game I've been playing. Which, gosh, why am I associating this with a video game? But it's true. It's really true. I'm like, these two janitors are sweeping at X amount of rate, and I am walking at X amount of rate, and I go to the break room and I get, you know, a tea. I'm like, okay, so this is my refreshment, and I'm sorry, I'm sorry. The game I'm referring to is Oxygen Not Included, which I've been playing. It's a very mathematical, very colony survival-esque, move at X amount of rate, and then utilities to keep people alive. And I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. But guys, have you ever just like had this moment where you associate real life with a video game? It's super weird, super off-putting, and I don't know, I felt like I needed to share it with you. Let's dive into this Mac. We'll get a little bit more into the situation and why it was relevant a little bit later. This is also very hot right now, so let's like cool down, or no, dive right in? Let's dive right in. Okay. The chili is not bad. I mean, it's your typical canned chili. Very tomatoey based chili. It's alright. Not super spicy, just kind of a mild chili meaty flavor. It has the reminiscent taste of your typical salty canned chili. Let's try this mac. It's obviously going to be very soft because it was in a can. There's a piece of bean right there. Okay. I don't know. It's kind of on the fence. I mean, for one, it's chili, so I mean, it can't be that bad, right? Chili. But on the other hand, there's not much mac flavor in here. I mean, mac is just noodles, right? But there's so few noodles, you feel like you're just eating chili. I'm disappointed. I thought this would be more hearty, more full of noodles, but really it's just chili with a sprinkling of noodles mixed in there. And I wonder if this meat is textured vegetable protein or if it's actually real meat. I forgot to look. It's mediocre. I can't recommend this to you guys. You're way better off either making or buying some chili and mixing in your own noodles. I'd say the best part of this meal is just soaking it up with the bread to add that extra bit of texture to it. I mean, it is fairly chunky for a chili. Get a little bit of that noodle, that meat action, tomatoes. But it's just not great. Okay, here's a big bite of noodles. Yep, no flavor in them noodles. It's just chili. It's very hot too. Alright, so going back to why I associated this event to Oxygen Not Included. A little more premise on the game, and you should go look up this game. It's very fun, it's very strategic. Look it up on YouTube. Again, Oxygen Not Included. But anyways, each individual you have moves at X amount of rate. They require certain things like bathrooms, food, water, air, etc. You know, basic needs. And there's also cleaners, there's miners and builders and researchers, and I don't know, just this one moment today while I was moving down the tiles of my office at X amount of tiles per minute, watching the janitors clean the floors at X square meters a second, getting a refreshment, washing my hands, and the whole situation just screamed like I was in a real life simulation. It's just crazy when you have associations like that. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? And why are you in this game of life? It's crazy. It's pure crazy. But at the same time, it's interesting. Let me know in the comments if you've ever had a peripheral moment like that where you just feel like your whole life is in a game. And please don't tell me you chopped someone up with a sword, or shot someone, or etc., etc. Ran them over with your car, because that's not what I'm referring to, guys. I'm referring to a good, wholesome, real-life, out-of-body video game experience. Officially out of bread. Have you guys ever played the game Jones in the Fast Lane? I know it's beyond a lot of your years for some of our viewers, but Jones in the Fast Lane was literally like the game of life incorporated into a video game. You got a job, you made a wage, you had to divvy up your time between college, school, work, buying appliances. You had to choose foods based on their nutritional and cost value, and basically try to survive the game of life. It was the game of life personified in a video game. it was also technically hot seat multiplayer, and me and one of my best friends played that game pretty dang often, and it was just super interesting. Literally playing the game of life without actually living it. Talk about vicarious living. In some regards, that translates into the real world. Like, you have to divvy up your time between work, between buying food, between going to school, how you travel to those places, bus, car, bicycle, all take a different amount of time out of your day. Nutritional choices for food. McDonald's French fries are much worse for you, but way cheaper than a fruit salad or whatever. It's crazy. It's just the crazy game of life we live in. Every decision you make builds your character. And that's pretty true. That's some real world advice there. Every choice affects you. Alright, this chili is very good, but I think I'm going to cut it out just because I'm sure, since it's canned, it's got a crazy amount of salt content. The last bite of the flavorless mac in the bowl of chili. Guys, remember to game, eat, and discuss. Live the game of life and enjoy it. See you next time.